Alright, so we've seen the snap. We know how the story ends. But what if I told you that in the comics, it could have been way worse for everyone involved? The truth is, the Mad Titan's origins, powers, and methods have been adapted and changed quite drastically since his inception. And while the MCU is undoubtedly influenced by his comic counterpart, they've also taken a lot of creative liberties. This raises the question, what if I told you that in the comics, the story of Iron Man and Thanos is even more brutal, and for Tony Stark, ends in a way that's much, much darker. You think you know this story of Iron Man vs. Thanos? You have no idea. First, let's rewind to Iron Man issue 55. Now, this was the very first appearance of Thanos in Marvel history, back in 1973. That's right, this story came before the Avengers, the Silver Surfer, and It's here that we meet a young, cocky Tony Stark who's about to get a serious wake-up call. See, this version of Thanos is a warlord from the planet Titan who has a bone to pick with. Well, pretty much everybody, and trust me, when I say this guy means business, he's got an army and a serious chip on his shoulder. So how does Tony fare in this first encounter? Well, let's just say he survives. And that's about the best I can say. In fact, he doesn't even land a major blow himself. Instead, he teams up with Drax, who telepathically hits him up for help, explaining Thanos' army and plans. Thanos actually doesn't even realize Iron Man is there until it's too late. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, didn't Thanos wipe the floor with Iron Man in the comics? Well, yes, but that actually happens in the follow-up, Iron Man issue 56. Here, Thanos has assembled his army and it's time for round 2. This time there's no holding back. Thanos has come to destroy everything and everyone. Iron Man tries his best, but it's clear he's out of his depths. It's just too much. Even with his genius and firepower, he can't win. It gets worse in issue 57. It est during this 3-part crossover. The Thanos quest that we see just how ruthless Thanos can be. This is the same storyline that introduced us to the Infinity Gauntlet and laid out Thanos' master plan. I won't spoil it, but let's just say it involves collecting the Infinity Gems, which will later become the Infinity Stones in the MCU. Things get so bad that even after Iron Man realizes that Thanos' main goal is actually to impress death, he decides to team up with his greatest enemy, Doctor Doom, just to take Thanos down. But the story only gets crazier from there. If you want to hear about the Infinity Gauntlet, the most powerful weapon in the entire Marvel Universe, then click the link on screen now. Now, remember, this is just scratching the surface. There's so much more to explore, like the introduction of the Soul Gem, the destruction of the Avengers, and the return of the Mad Titan. Trust me, this story will blow your mind. It's definitely worth a watch. Well, that's it for me. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay curious, and above all, stay awesome. Oh yeah, and don't forget to leave your feedback down below. We'll see you next time.